working on this greatness. I know it takes some patience with some dedication. No folding on, no breaking. This life is like a roller coaster. So baby, I'ma need you closer.
Yeah. Testing. Welcome back. Gotta Start podcast. Hosted by your boy G Scoffer. Season 1, episode 2. Got my boy Damian in the spot.
What's up?
So we're gonna do today's a little bit of some finance talk. So we got what is it that you do again?
I'm a finance director at a nonprofit.
So take us through what's pretty much like what's the job of that? Like what does a finance director do type thing?
Well, mainly it's just like I'm the voice of the business office towards the outside programs, trying to communicate our concerns that we have with like programs not getting us certain information that we need to do our jobs.
So you guys like you like look over all the finances in the company type of thing?
That's what between me and the CFO do.
What's the CFO?
That's the chief financial officer.
Got you. What does he do?
She
my bad.
She pretty much controls like all of the vision of the business office and kind of like the direction that we want to go in as an agency with our financial goals.
So now is it like do you guys like if you like say if I needed financial help, is it like do you help with other people's finances type thing? Or is it like do you see like a business type of thing?
Well, we're a non-profit, so we do have a representative payee aspect of it, where we have a lot of individuals that we serve, and we manage all of their finances, but it's mainly because they're unable to do it themselves.
Okay. So you guys do like other companies or other sole people, like just like people individually. I said sole people, like no. People individually or like companies and shit like that.
No, I mean I work with an overall agency, with like the business office with the agency. It's not like certain companies contract like maybe accounting staff that do the work for them, but we work within the business office side by side with like other program staff doing their jobs.
Bet. I'm Ed. I know Damian my whole life. This is my cousin. I knew him forever, so he already knows I'm a little slow. So like, what's like? Take us through like your daily routine type of thing. Like what is like a daily routine for you?
Well, usually I come into work and then go through all the emails that I have, because a lot of people get there earlier than I do. So I usually have within the first like hour or so of my job just people coming in and seeing what's going on. And then depending on the time of the month, what I need to do for my work is different. Towards the beginning of the month, we're closing for the previous month. So I'm usually doing a lot of accounting related work where I'm putting stuff into our financials and getting those statements ready for the month to give to the board. Then like middle towards end of the month, it's usually just getting other tasks done that involve like helping out the other people in the business office.
What got you into the field? Because like I said, it's my cousin. We've known each other forever, our whole lives. My son has always been good with money. Always. When he was 5, he was keeping tabs. Nigga, you owe me this, or you owe me that.
I kept track of the bank in Monopoly.
Yes, always, bro. Like always.
Because all y'all would always steal the money from me.
I need that. I'm trying to get 300 when I pass go. You get that 300. Nah, but what got you like into it? I kind of already see, like, just for people, like it all makes sense to me. Not to cut you off, like it makes so much sense to me. But like, what kind of? I know I keep asking the same question, but like, what got you into like wanting to be like, all right, this is what I'm doing. It's like what I'm getting into.
Well, all my life I was pretty much good at math. Like I remember in 4th grade, that the last grade we were in together, we had that math teacher, and she would always have she had like I remember she broke her arm, so she had a cast. She was right next to is it Miss Pasquale's office?
Damn, I forgot her name.
She had
Dr.
that,
Roosevelt.
she had that giant ass room. But she would have this thing every morning where it was like try to stump Damian, and whoever won got like a candy bar or something like that. And they just put like a times table on the board.
My son was
And
really
the
like that.
first person to answer it would win. And I think I only lost once the entire year, and I just was kind of over it because I won like 40 times in a row.
It's like, fuck it, whatever. We all gotta lose sometime.
Just always being accelerated in math, but I was always like I took a lot of art classes, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be an architect, like just playing with Legos growing up.
Yep.
And I did. So I went to Broome my first semester of college, and I remember taking one like engineering drawing class, and I was like, "Yo, this is whack."
That's just not it.
And I remember my great aunt passed away that same semester, and she would always tell me to like get an accounting. I had no idea what an accountant was, so I was like, I didn't like this. So next semester I'm gonna switch to accounting. And then
And this is at BCC.
yeah, this was the very next semester I took accounting 101. Had no idea what accounting was. I didn't know what they did. I was just like, yeah, people said I would be good at it.
What? When did you go to? I remember you went to Oz. When did you go to Oswego?
Well, I did the 2 years at Broome. Then I transferred to Oswego, except probably a semester's worth of classes didn't transfer. So even though I should have been a junior, I was transferring as like a second semester sophomore.
He's always want to mess people up, son. Like, he's always want to mess up some shit. I'm supposed to be a junior. You got me in here as a double sophomore, boy.
I remember specifically like checking the classes that transferred to like any senior school. So like, that's a tip. Anybody go to college, call the college you're planning on going to and make sure that the classes actually transfer.
See? That's a tip right there. If you're going, whatever college you're going to, call that college and make sure the classes got transferred.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully Broome is pretty cheap, but a semester's worth of classes, that's probably like a few bands.
Yeah. Pay attention. Take notes, boy. Take notes. So if someone is looking to like become a is it a finance director or director of finance?
Same thing.
Same thing, right? If someone, what are some qualities if like people are trying to get into, like they should be savvy, like you said. Well, it all makes sense to me, and like your aunt said, they see you can deal with accounting and finance stuff. What do you think some qualities are that people should have that want to get into like the field type thing?
Well, people always, when I tell them that like I do accounting, they're always like, "Oh, I hate math," but accounting is almost never math. It's mainly like if you're good at problem solving, that's probably, I mean, that's what it kind of goes hand in hand with math, because math is a lot of problem solving. But I mean, accounting is like you look at a transaction that happened and you have to figure out in your head how to report that correctly on a financial statement, and you can get really creative with things in accounting. So you can call it this, you can expense it, treat it as an asset.
So you got to be a pretty good problem solver.
Yeah, especially that's probably because that's what pretty much stood me out when I first. Because when I started my job, I started both of my jobs. Because I've only had 2 jobs in accounting, and both times I started I was a temp, and then just them seeing how I like work through different problems.
It was like, nah, we got to move you up.
Yeah,
we got to move you up, boy.
One by one, one step at a time.
We got to move you up, boy. I used to be good. I used to be good in math up until like 8th grade. And this is a quick story time. Sometimes I do story times with the guests. This week is gonna be my story time. Because you're looking at somebody.
I know a couple ways this can go.
I just passed high school by the nick of my tongue, of my teeth, pause. The nick of whatever the saying is. I just passed high school. My son Damian, we grew up together. Like I keep saying, we knew each other forever. I was so just worried about social hour in school. He asked me one day. You asked me recently. I don't know if it was like around my birthday. He was like, I don't know why you never asked me to do my homework and shit like that. I don't know. That's how far we go back. We're family. It's every. I never like. Had my head so far up my own butt that I was just worried about girls just hanging out. I went to school for social hours. You know when the teacher would be like, "This is not social hour." I went to school for social hour. That's it. And I never barely did homework. Kids, don't. If you got smart friends around, I'm not saying freaking use them, but get the help. But he literally asked me, "Why didn't you have me do your homework?" This was this shit. I'm like,
I think I only did it one time, and it was like math.
Probably like one time, right?
And I did it like in 5 minutes.
I never thought of once I left school. It was like, screw home. Like anything that has to do with school, I'm not worried about it. I was worried about basketball, hanging out with the bros, and just doing kid stuff. That was it. Pretty much just doing kid stuff.
That was the same thing with Lance. Like he would always ask me how to spell things because he was terrible at English.
Bro,
and he'd be like, "How do you spell this?" Look it up. I don't know. He's like, "Yes, you would get so mad." Yes, you do know.
And it'll freaking help. That's the moral of this story. Don't be afraid to ask people for help, or don't be too distracted to get the help, because it would help me in the long run. To be honest with you, I be thinking about it. Like when you said that, I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, it's the same thing you and Lance would always say, because I'd be at your house like every weekend, most of the weekdays. I'd be like, "I've never seen you do homework."
Bro, I don't ever remember you doing homework either. Like that I can remember. My flying cut. I'm the total. He's the opposite of me. He passed flying colors. My colors, you can't see my colors when I'm passing. You can't see. I don't know how I passed. And it's crazy. Another story time. My dumbass, I never had summer school until 11th grade. So I was supposed to do English. I was supposed to go to summer school for English. I said, nah, I'm going to just double up. I'm going to take 2 Englishes in 12th grade. So how does that backfire on me? In 11th grade English, I kept skipping. And then when I was in 12th grade, about to graduate, I had summer school for 11th grade English. So in order for me to graduate, I have to go to summer school for 11th grade English, which I could have went to summer school the past time. And then I missed 1 summer school or 2, and you can only miss 3. You can either only miss 2 or only miss 3. Yo, bro, I fell asleep because I moved to Indy. I fell asleep at the junction from Endicott at the junction. So my bus transferred, went into another bus, and I ended up on Robinson Street. And fucking summer school was at West Middle. I called my son Ray, like, "Yo, bro, please tell me you got the whip." He's like, "Nah, I don't got the whip." I'm like, "Yo, I'm done. I'm about to do senior year again." Bro, why? It was like a cartoon. I look around, there was a bike in front of the thing. You know how we do with bikes. Bikes is not safe around.
No lock?
No lock. Bikes was not safe. So I took the bike. Sorry, whoever's bike it was. I took it to West Middle, and I just graduated. I just finished summer school. I was so hyped, bro. That was a movie, bro. That's why I be like, I just graduated high school. Kids out there and everybody, just get the school done, bro. Just get it done. Get high school done. Go on to college. Get college done. And that's one thing that sometimes I regret. Excuse me. Not going to college. Not regret it like that, but like, since I was like a social person, at least I would have did my work and shit like that. But even if work wasn't the main thing, like relationships are huge. You know what I'm saying? You could have met so much people.
Yeah, especially in college.
Like you meet so much people, bro.
I mean, I didn't really meet people on Boom, but once we go with
once you go out, we was there anyway for the parties and stuff like that. Like we just didn't go to school, but we was always there. So I like met mad people, but it's like that's one of the things that I low key regret, which is cool. You know, everybody has their own path, but just for that social path, like I don't know what do you say is what like keeps you motivated doing what you do?
Probably just like it being a non-profit. Like if it was any other agency and there's a lot. It seems like it's a lot more stress. I never actually worked in that field, so I don't know like the for-profit field. So I don't know.
Break that down. How Like, what is the non-profit part? Like, so how is it that you get paid? Like, how do you get paid if it's like non-profit type of thing?
Non-profit, it's just like we're working towards a mission. So like we are helping people with disabilities exist in the community and give them housing. So we're able to get billing from like Medicaid for that.
Gotcha.
And the non-profit, I mean, we can still make a profit, but we have like a really small window that we can keep.
So it's not like y'all not like just take like how the government is. They just want to take everybody's bread. Y'all actually helping. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope. That's dope. So it being, I kind of cut you off. So like it being non-profitable or being a non-profit that like keeps you motivated and stuff like that. Fuck with that.
I mean, obviously, I've
fine.
never been in the for-profit world. Obviously, you can make more money in that area, but more stress comes along with it.
Yeah, I was gonna. It's always good when you can help people though. Like that's always like that's always my thing. I kind of said it in the last episode. That was kind of like the goal of doing this. Is just like the whole gotta start thing is pretty much like trying to bring like a platform together to where whatever people got going on.
It's like that one dude that YouTube videos that does the shows like sons that don't have like dads how to do like certain things like change their tires.
Giving people opportunity and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing. You know, the having a platform to bring exposure to people, advertisement and stuff like that, and then the grand scheme of it is pretty much just starting. Like if you just start somewhere, bro. Like just start somewhere, bro. If you got a dream, if you're chasing it, just life is too short to be, I don't know, just mad. You know what I'm saying? Like just mad or negative or just go whatever you're doing. Just do. We used to have fun as a kid. I'm like, when we was younger, we used to have fun, bro. We used to have fun. So I do this one thing called facts or cap. I just ask a question and ask if it's a fact or a cap. I fact check it later. Sometimes I have it fact checked. Sometimes I don't. I mean, sometimes I have it fact checked prior. Sometimes I fact check it after. So do you think it's fact or cap that pretty much the average person is in debt by 25? Fact or cap?
Yeah, because just people going to college.
Fact? People go break that down.
I mean, 25 is like right around. Well, for me, I graduated at like 23, I think, because of grad school. But 22 is like when you're usually getting out of college. So most people, I think, like 90% of people like get college degrees at this point or something. Then even by like 25, you're doing something like getting a credit card set up. And a lot of young people just run those up and don't know how to use.
Get a car and shit like that.
Credit cards, buying a car. That's probably when they're like getting out of. If a parent ever got them a car when they turned 16.
True. That's a fact. So what would be now going on the budgeting side of things? Kind of closing it down. Remember, season 1, I'm trying to bring y'all shorter term content to bring the engagement up. Episode 1, me and Burst, we got a little tipsy, so we kind of dragged it out. So season 1, I want to keep it like shorter form content type thing. Maybe no more than an hour type thing. I guess people will be like, that's not short. Look at some podcasts are 2 hours. So now on the tip side of things, what would be top 5 budgeting tips?
Like overall, just like household budgets.
Yeah, like lifestyle, like household people. Yeah, pretty. Let's put it at that. Household.
Well, when I was getting ready to buy my house, I had because at work sometimes like I have a little bit of free time, so I would have like a spreadsheet that tracks like every single day of the year, like January 1st, January 2nd, January 3rd, all the way down to the end of the year. Then I would write like the days I get paid and my estimated paycheck each week. And
so
then
spreadsheet.
Yeah, and like most people like their computers don't come with Microsoft like to get that the Excel, but you can use the Google spreadsheets. Those are usually free.
I'm gonna put this on the side on the thing, so y'all getting top 5 tips. You feel me? Y'all getting 5 tips. So spreadsheets, and that's pretty much like.
Yeah, like you have like
for the month
like
type
I would
of thing.
have like like you'd have like the dates, and then you'd have like I would have different rows, and I'd be like this is my work column. So like every single day I get paid, like every 2 weeks, I just put like my estimated paycheck. It's easy for me because I'm salary, so it's always gonna be 80 hours times my pay rate. So I do that for each pay, and then obviously you calculate in. Before I had the mortgage and everything, you calculate in like your phone bill, your internet, utilities. So like usually, for me, I usually do like 150 a month, even though my utility bill is not always that high, especially in the summer. But like
Just shoot for the highest type thing.
at least for like an average, because
Yeah,
during the winter it jumps up to like $400, and then during the summer it drops down to like 40. So just trying to get an average. And then I use that like with all my bills and groceries, try to just estimate how much I spend a month. And then I like go down and kind of like see how much money I'm gonna have like 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. So when I was looking at buying a house, that was kind of like what I was looking at, is how much money I have saved up.
Fire. So forget a top 5, nigga. Just make a spreadsheet. Top 1, straight spreadsheet. Break everything down, and then just divide stuff and just figure out your bills, and then divide it by the weeks and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I do, at least for just seeing if like you're like, because if you have like your necessities, like obviously most people need a phone, internet, cable, utilities, and then you see like how much you need for like discretionary stuff like groceries, gas. I mean that's kind of like iffy if it's necessity.
Yep. Then depending on where you are, sometimes people who still like renting and stuff like that, it's depends on if it's included, if it's not included. So yeah, that can be all over the place. My mic was a little quiet. My bad. My bad. So we broke. I'm gonna have to reword that. Forget a top 5. Get a spreadsheet and break it down. Put your all expenses. Put it down. Put it in there. Correct me whenever. Jump in whenever. Break your spreadsheet down. Have a spreadsheet. Put all your bills down, and then just pretty much divide it by like how much you work and what you gross, or how my fiance does is she tallies up all the bills and how everything we need and stuff like that, and then breaks it down by weekly. You know what I'm saying? And then all right, so I need this week. I need this week. I need this week, and then whatever you have, anything you have extra.
Well, like you have it like as it adds across, so like you have it's adding all the way across, so that you like when your paycheck, it's shown as a positive, but then like your bills are shown as negatives. So then it just adds, and then you can see like, okay, this week I'm gonna be overdrawn, so I might need to not spend as $400 or something like that. Like if I'm $300 over this week, maybe I'll need to pick up more overtime hours, or
I like that.
Not have to pay something.
That's fire. So you balance it in a way of. So if you're positive in a week, you're not spending. I mean, if you're negative, you're gonna like. Are you making more? If you're negative, are you making more money, or are you like breaking it down?
Well, because like say you get paid on the 14th, but your bill's not until like the 16th, and then the 20th, and then the 28th. You might see that like come the 28th that you're gonna be negative, just based on like that baseline that you started with. So then you're like, okay, can I push this bill on the 28th like out a little bit farther?
Never looked at it like that. That's a good point. So y'all know how it is. Like a top 5. Get you a spreadsheet. Break that joint down. Alright, now can you give us a top 3 list of investments you think the listeners can invest in that maybe they can benefit from or want to take a look into? Top three investments.
Well, most employers offer a 401k, and that's probably the easiest for most people.
Is it 401k?
Yeah, 401k. So that's basically they're taking money out of your paycheck and putting it into a pool of funds, and then you can pick what funds, or they can pick for you what funds they're going to invest it in. So that's obviously the easiest. You can do it yourself if your employer doesn't offer a 401k. So you can create like a trading account and set up an IRA, either an IRA, which is an individual. I always forget what that retirement account. Yeah, individual retirement account, I think, or a 401k. 401k usually is just like an employer benefit plan. But if you do that, you can invest your own money out of your pocket if your employer doesn't offer it. If you're like self-employed or something.
That 401k, that's what people be working towards. All right, what about two more?
Well, that's what the second one is. Like if you just do it yourself.
Oh, the second one is doing it yourself.
Yeah, because the 401k plan is through your employer usually. If your employer doesn't offer one, you can do the IRA account, or you can do both if you want.
So it's called what is it called again?
Individual retirement account, I think.
We'll have that by the time we put it up. By the time it comes out, we'll have it.
And with those, it's not really recommended to pick individual companies that you want to invest in. Like it's best to pick what's called an index one, which it pulls money from thousands, millions of different people, and divvies it out to what they think is the best companies.
What would you say number 3 would be?
Probably the simplest for people is either like a savings account with the bank, or CDs, which is a certificate of deposits. Those probably pay the highest right now with interest rates going up. With CDs though, you pretty much lock your money. Savings, like with a savings account, you can access your money whenever you want. You have like a few days delay, but with a certificate of deposit, you're pretty much locking it away for 6 months or a year or however long, so you can't really touch it. That's really for people that have extra money that they don't really have to hold on to for a short period of time.
It's fire. That's a good break. See, like it's, especially where we come from, it's a lot of like we don't get a lot of this info. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't. Nigga just he went and did what he had to do, but just like the rest of us, he's from the same place we from.
Yeah, I mean, I think Binghamton had a finance class, but I never took it obviously because I wasn't in accounting at the time. And I remember one of my teachers, I had her for a different class, and like it was pretty much just like a chill class. And that was my senior year, and I remember when I came back like the next year and I told her I was in accounting, she was like, "What?" Like she was mad at me because I never took accounting with her.
Oh, she was tight. She's like, "Yo, how you just gonna go to college and then do it, and you just skipped on us?"
She's like, "I want to take credit for it."
Nah, that's fire. All right, so closing up, this is on some motivational. Like, I don't know. I seen somebody doing this, and I thought it could be a dope thing to bring to this. If you could tell the world one message, like if you could give the world a message, what would it be? Like anything. If you could tell the world anything, what would it be?
Like, I mean, it's always the same thing I tell you and Lance is, like, just do stuff that you want to do and don't care about what other people think, because that's what Lance's downfall was in like high school. Is he cared like a lot about how he looked and how like fly he looked, and you got like decent grades. He was getting like bad grades for a while, and it finally like clicked in his head. I don't know exactly when, but
what it was.
But that's just, like, just enjoy what you're doing, and I mean, especially like high school. I mean, I don't think I talk to anybody in high school really. Like if I'm like out and I'll see them, it's still like cool, but like a lot of those friendships don't last.
Don't last, bro. It's like, and not that it's a horrible thing, but it just doesn't. It's just people you messed with in high school. Just
Yeah, like
you
what
just don't talk to them sometimes. Like I don't.
what somebody said to
with
you
no
in like
beef.
9th grade, 6th period or whatever, it's not gonna matter in 10 years.
Yeah,
when-
bro, that ass. It's just like I don't even see them no more. That's why I always say, you got friends, you got family, and then you had school friends. Like it was school friends that I would link with. So, in school, we have mad fun, and then outside of school, I never hang out with you at all. Not saying that I don't like you at all.
I was like, that's
Not
how
that.
I was until
I just don't be
until
seeing you.
I got on the track team. Then like obviously track is outside of school technically.
Yep. That would be the only thing. Like my sport, I would have school friends. Then you got sports friends. Then you got your friends' friends and family. You know what I'm saying? That was a little.
Like mainly school friends. It was just like there for entertainment.
Yes, bro. Yes. Social hour. That's what I always tell people. I went to school for social hour.
Like I come home, get on the computer, like bust out some games or something.
Dead ass. We gonna bring that was little financial talk. That's what we gonna call some financial cloth talk. We're gonna bring. Remember again, season 2. You gotta pull up for season 2, and then we're gonna get more in depth and more. It's gonna be longer form content. That was just a little something. Talk with my guy D. Pulled up on me. Appreciate if you here right now, if you watching right now, we appreciate you for watching. You know, gotta start season 1, episode 2. You know our slogan. Gotta start somewhere. Go chase your dreams. Season 1, smaller form content. Season 2 coming. I keep saying season 2 coming. I got mad episodes to do. New episode coming. I mean, short term content. We signing out.